Welcome to another exciting devlog. This time we're going to talk about input, how I completely balked it the first time and how I rectified my earlier mistakes. Let's take a trip back in time to when I was just starting what would eventually become Gunsoul. Now I knew that I would need a player character to run around and respond to input. Keyboards, nice and easy. Then I added a menu object and that needed to respond to the keyboard too. Okay, then I wanted gamepad controls, and at some point I made a lobby screen where you choose the player characters from a menu list. And then I added a QWERTY keyboard object for creating new character names. I had to track which player was using which input device, which would mean reading different data and using it in different ways, using different functions. Things were getting complicated. Now you might remember from my last devlog that the Amazon Fire TV was one of my chosen platforms, and it comes with one of these things. This awkward device registers as a gamepad but triggers keyboard events when you press the buttons, so I have to go and amend my code to cater for this hiccup, and I have to do it in all of these different places. The final straw was when I found that some generic Bluetooth gamepads don't have proper layouts set up as default, and I needed to allow the player to rebind buttons. Well, at this point it all went a bit haywire and I may have passed out. So I had to tidy up and organise my spaghetti code. I had to bring it to heel, but how? Well, as luck would have it, at about this time the Game Maker blog had published an entry about exactly this problem. It was just what I needed, and I set about implementing its ideas and modifying them somewhat to allow features that I needed, like the rebindable buttons. In this new model, there is one object that handles all of the input. It recognises new gamepads that are attached. It configures different sets of keyboard keys that I've called key sets. It reads their states, and it organises which inputs are allocated to which players. It even allows those rebindable buttons that I've been talking about. It's all singing, all dancing, and I think I love it. And as it manages all the input, it seemed only right to call it the Input Manager object. No other object type needs to even know about the existence of gamepads and key sets and all those things. They just need to query the Input Manager to ask questions like, has my jump action been triggered, or has my fire action been triggered? They do this using some public functions which will then return a yes/no answer or whatever data is required. Using this new centralised set of input code means I only need to make any future changes in one place. And I'll no longer wake up screaming in the middle of the night with my wife asking if it's the Vietnam flashbacks again, only to confuse her when I reply it's about Amazon Fire TV remotes. If anyone is interested to see the Input Manager, then post a comment below and I'll upload a link to the GML object code for your perusal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.